Hey there, and welcome to this video on trust. Trust is a key leadership attribute, and I want you to notice that I didn't say skill, I said attribute, or quality if you prefer. You can ask someone to trust you, but that doesn't mean they will. You have to prove to them that you're worthy of trust, that you are trustworthy. And being trustworthy is so much more than a skill. It's not something you can learn like you can learn how to listen better, for instance. It's a quality or an attribute of how you show up over time in multiple situations, doing a range of different actual activities or actions. And when it comes to leadership, especially leadership during times of change, trust is essential. People won't follow you. They will hesitate. They won't fully commit to doing what you need them to do if they don't trust you. They need to trust that you're telling them the truth, that you know what you're doing, and they need to trust that you have their best interest at heart. Change creates uncertainty, which creates anxiety. That's just how the human brain functions, especially when, as is usually the case in companies, the change is being mandated from senior leadership on down, right? Everyone impacted starts wondering about what the change will actually mean for them. Does it threaten their job security? Whether will they be able to adapt to the change and learn the things they need to learn? And so on. I heard something very interesting the other day, that the opposite of trust isn't mistrust, it's anxiety. Yes, the anxiety arises out of mistrust, but the primary experience, the primary emotion that someone feels is anxiety. Another great quote on this that I came across a while ago is, trust is the mechanism that absorbs uncertainty, which means that it also alleviates anxiety. Okay, why am I talking about trust? If you haven't seen any of my videos before, or seen any of my other material before, I'm Grace Judson. I'm a change management and change leadership trainer and consultant, helping managers and leaders learn how to manage the people side of change so their practical, tactical, boots on the ground change initiatives, the tasks that have to be done, go more smoothly and are more successful. And in order to lead people through change, you need to demonstrate that they can trust your leadership. If you've ever been in a situation where you weren't sure about your manager, whether you weren't sure whether they really knew what they were doing, whether they had your back, whether they were telling you the full truth about what was going on, you know what that's like. You know the extra anxiety that you felt because the level of uncertainty was that much higher. And it ain't fun, right? It doesn't make for a good working environment. You start dreading coming to work, and you start feeling extra anxious on Sunday evening before the work week starts, the infamous Sunday Scaries experience, right? As a leader, whether you're going through a change initiative or just dealing with the day-to-day challenges, being trustworthy is essential to help your people not feel those escalated levels of anxiety and uncertainty. So, how do you become trustworthy? Because like I said earlier at the beginning, it isn't a single skill that you can learn. So think of someone that you trust, a leader that you trust. What did they do? What do they do that helps you feel like you can trust them? I'm going to guess, and I've got a pretty good idea that I'm right, that they're honest with you, they support you, they give you straight answers to questions, they don't bite your head off if you make a mistake, they're consistent in what they say and what they do, and so on, right? Think about things now for yourself. After you've looked at that role model, if you will, now think about these things for yourself. The attributes, the qualities, the skills that they demonstrate in the process of being trustworthy for you. What about you? Are those things true for you? I can't give you any hard and fast rules for helping people trust you because so much of it is situational and also personal and individual in terms of how you as a person and a leader show up. But I would recommend that you start by considering those questions for yourself. And I'm linking to another video here on my channel called Got Trust? You Can Do Change. Link's up there, and it's down in the video description as well, along with some other resources, including some articles on this topic. 2 of them are on my website, and 1 of them is on LinkedIn. You don't need a LinkedIn account to view that article if you don't have one. If you do have one, feel free to reach out and connect with me or follow me. But here's the final point I want to make. Being trustworthy isn't exactly hard, but it can be challenging. It sometimes requires you to be vulnerable, and it can mean that you acknowledge mistakes and recognize when you don't know something. But it's really worth it in the ways that it can reduce your team's anxiety and help them get behind you and follow your lead, which in the long run makes everybody's life easier, right? So consider this question first. Do you think your team trusts you? If not, why not? And if so, why? Why do they trust you? And then go forth, become even more trustworthy than you currently are. Take care.